Why do none of those signs say anything about luck? Like, look out below, or watch out for runaway trucks. Do you have leashes on those boards? Why don't you ever see a bicycle without anyone actually trying? Probably because at that point in time, it's a tricycle. And if I could actually look at anyone who's actually out biking and say, have you actually ever ridden a bike? Like, the bike is actually just the golden spike going from east to west. And as soon as you think that you're the best, you've reached some temperature, that gold is just a test, and it melts in your hands like water and sands. Maybe the tricycle is actually the best bicycle. But really, it's only for kids. Unless you can actually make it so that you can say, what luck? I was told to cover my eyes up because I already saw it. If there was anything that anybody was supposed to see, then it would be like all-seeing. Then would I actually say that what I'm seeing here is greater than that? Probably not. Just like the people that try to be a part of some group without a sense of thought, thinking that the people who are a part of things don't just do it because of the things that it brings. And if that's the case, then what do you really need to see? Like, luck itself is actually just the idea and if there are no signs that give you any ideas, then you probably better come up with the idea on your own. Then could you just say, wait, did I just make it personal by covering up my eyes? Does this with every sense until I get a sense that there is really no sense to sense? Says luck a million times until I say that luck itself is like an animal. Some sort of animal that makes errors, fight against mistakes, And if luck is just an animal, then does it feel? Or does it have claws? And if this animal has claws, then do you think that it's going to share with you? The idea about who you'd need to talk to where luck is actually just a secret. And if you know the secret, then can you keep it? By being so open and fair? That people always have an answer to how you're there? So that realistically, any sense of being if there's any sense with anything, you could go to where it is what you are seeing. Then would you actually say that it's dangerous if it's actually really for none of us? Where if a thing says that you have all this time, can you actually use something else? To make time itself personal? Where the more that a thing actually could be, the more that it's this. And if you can't actually say that everybody can see, then you might not do justice to any sense of learning. any sense of the human being, if a thing accounts for all mistakes, if you can't stop its counting, will it not be mistaken? And if you actually then think about the word mistaken, it's basically just like a glance at this point, which means that you actually did something really fast at this point, which means that you actually did something that would last at this point. By the fact that you could actually hold a mistake. With the idea that true error itself can't be mistaken. And if all things go there, then the earth is actually never really shaken. Which is then the idea of nowhere and where. They're both big ideas. One's solid. One's impossible. One no one thinks of. One no one can do. Then if you combine the two, can you say every word? So that even the most basic sound absurd then you won't really need to exclaim it or even explain it. It'll be like basically accepting it. Just like the air. And then by diminishing the mistake, instead of trying to make the earth quake, it doesn't matter what it is. You've reduced it to people either saying, that's just what it is. Then you can say it's all there. For the earth shaking is like it's ever changing. Which is just like it being mistaken. For heaven at times when we're taken. By devils that rise with the air. Then if you say that it's for you, do you then say that it's old or new? then is it actually less the world and just you? So then if you can't make it personal, then is the fault on you? Sally sells seashells by the seashore.